Hi, I'm Tommy Dasilo. Welcome to Landline, the show where I call up my friends and I chat to them and I doodle on my iPad on screen share while I'm talking to them. Today, I'm going to be calling up Jen Fricker. You may know Jen from stand-up comedy, from TV, from radio. I always have a great time when I catch up with Jen, so let's get her on the line and let's see what kind of stuff I come up with. Where would you move if you could? Where would you go to?
I'd probably move to I don't know, like Mexico. I went there last year and it was just the best.
I was meant to be going to Mexico on a holiday in like a month's time. So just hearing you wax lyrical about how good it'd be to be there is like a dagger through my heart, just remembering the holiday it almost was.
So where do you start with this? Like, do you go straight into colors or do you just draw like a shape? Because drawing to me, I don't understand it. Like, I understand it as a mechanically, but I don't. I understand, shape made person draw, but I don't know, to conceptualize drawing, it's magic.
If you didn't understand it in a way where it literally scared you, so just lines just start appearing on this and you're just screaming. Yeah. Give me your favorite shape and I'll try and turn it into something.
All right, theatre sports. Let's just go with a good old-fashioned triangle. I love a triangle. Man. I would actually say there are two prominent phones in my landlines in my memory. One of them is one of those Yoko Ono artworks where it's just in the art gallery in New South Wales, and it's a phone and it's connected to a phone line, and the only person that has that number is Yoko Ono. And
oh, wow.
She could call it at any time.
That's something that they very easily could have just put a phone in there that's not connected to anything and gone, yeah, Yoko Ono's got the number. Sometimes she calls in, but she's pretty busy, so don't expect it to be happening often or, ever.
My friend has a bar and he has kind of replicated it. So he has a big red phone that sits on the bar and he only gives the number to a few people, and I've got the number.
Okay.
So sometimes if I'm just bored, I'll just call the phone and see if drunk people answer.
Okay.
And
right.
I'll just have a chat to them, ask them about how their day's going or that kind of thing. I became really obsessed with it for a while, but then people stopped answering. Is there anything lonelier than a sober person calling drunk strangers? They're out in La Crosse, having a great time, probably dancing or whatever, hooking up, and then it's just me in my pajamas at home being like, hello. In hindsight, that is so wild to me, but I just remember I would have these long phone calls with boys that I had crushes on, and I would sit there in the kitchen in front of my parents asking questions about this and getting all giggly and weird, and now I'm like, man, that was so obvious that I had crushes on them. Why am I calling them? I don't know. I have crushes on people now, but I'm I have to be cool. I can't too many of their Instagram photos or they'll think that I'm thirsty or,
Yeah.
But then back then I was just I'm going to anchor this person to me through a phone. Are we looking at Doritos here? Are we looking at a triangle Yoko Ono?
I'm trying to get triangles in there a bit. I was going for I started trying to do a bit of a Yoko Ono, and then I realized I don't really know enough about what she looks like. I got really self-conscious about just me drawing a heart while I was talking to you. I really did feel like I was back in high school. People watching this going,
K-I-S-S-I-N-G. I was so in love with my next door neighbor. And every weekend we would all the kids on the street would go out and we'd all ride our bikes around and hang out, and we'd go play Super Nintendo at someone's house, or someone would go swimming at someone else's house, and it was just a big group thing. And then we all started going to high school and that stopped happening. Anyway, after my first really big breakup, I was living with this guy and we'd been together for 3 years, and we broke up and I moved back in with my parents. This guy, the boy next door, was still at next door, so we started hanging out, and then we would have little movie nights in his den, essentially the same as when the same den as when we hung out.
There comes a point in your life where it's hooking up in a den is just off the table for the rest of your life. Past a certain age.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not having it.
They're always like cold but warm dens, I find. So we'd watch movies and play Guitar Hero, and his mum would bring down like snacks for us.
This is so cool.
And then we started like hooking up, and we'd go driving around the neighborhood. We'd talk on Facebook chat late at night, and then go for drives around the neighborhood.
Damn,
I loved it.
This feels like an indie film that I swear I've seen. That's got like a banging soundtrack, very lo-fi, real mumblecore energy to this story.
I mean, it's a real 2009 story, you know?
Yeah. The guy is Michael Cera.
He looks like Michael Cera.
Does he really? Wow.
And we'd read Scott Pilgrim comics, and he made like mix CDs. Oh, I'm getting so like embarrassed. But it was so nice. I mean, he's married now, so he's fine.
If I'd had that story up the top of this, I could have maybe themed the page around that, but instead I've got this random mix of kind of like a Yoko Ono, a bunch of triangle-based things. You might notice just here I've tried to have a go at doing a guitar, and then very quickly realised that I didn't have enough space on the page for it, or enough space.
I was wondering how you're going to go with that. Yeah. I was like, oh, is that a bass? And I was like, oh, that's weird. A violin? Maybe it's a toaster. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, Tommy.
Well, you know what? None of it matters, because I'm just proud that I was able to very quickly recall how to do the crazy S thing from the pencil cases of childhood.
Actually, to be honest, though, I don't think you've done it right.
Really?
Sorry.
Talk me through it.
Because don't you go 3 lines?
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
You've actually just drawn it as an S.
Like that?
It needs to have a squared off side. No. Get rid of that.
Yeah, okay.
How good's drawing as crowd work?
Yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, okay. So 3 vertical lines next to each other.
So like that?
Yeah, but like, okay, but half that size, and then doing 3 at the top and 3 down the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then do the same, but with a bit of space above that.
Okay, so like that, this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then draw a line from the top left line, the bottom of the top left line, to the middle bottom top. Yeah. Yep. Then do the same on the next one to the next line.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Honestly, I'm so sorry to humiliate you like this, but this is art. And people say you can't say what is art and what isn't art, but that is art.
And my one before was not art. I mean,
it was not art. That's
totally the scene from the indie romance film, is like an old man being taught how to draw the cool kids pencil case S thing from growing up. Well, thanks, Jen. Thanks for chatting to me. And people can check you out on Instagram, and maybe one time in the near future they'll be able to see you doing some live stand-up comedy somewhere in the world.
Yeah, I'm fingers crossed. I'm doing a show in November at the Comedy Store in Sydney if you want to come check me out on the 17th. It's a birthday show. We're calling it Jen Fricker's Birthdacular Spectacular. So it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be lots of bright colors, and we're gonna have a good time. Cool. Yeah, if nothing horrifying happens before then.
And I'll see you in Mexico City 2021.
Hell yeah, baby.
Bye.